hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Tina Dowd. This is Vacations for Canadians, and tonight we're very excited to have one of our amazing partners with us, Azamara Cruises. So Margarita, our BDM, is going to be doing a presentation for you guys. And I know it's hot out there. So hopefully this gives us a nice little feeling of some of the cooler weather and or maybe not. But anyways, I'm going to pass it over to Margarita. Azamara is our partner of the month this month, and she's going to talk all about their cruise line.
Hi, everybody. So grateful to be here tonight. I'm going to start off with a quick little video for anybody who is unfamiliar with Azamara, and then I'm going to expand on it. But I think this summarizes up quite nicely who we are. So we are a small independent cruise line. We've got 3 offices, one in Florida, one in Sydney, Australia, and the other one in London, England. And one of the things that we really love to start presentations with is just who we are in a nutshell. And I love our brand positioning statement, which reads, Azamara lets explorers immerse themselves into cultures and locales at a more relaxed pace, discovering destinations by day and night, resulting in a richer, more fulfilling small cruise experience. So if we think about why Azamara, well, we invite you to uncover a world of destinations at a more relaxed pace, giving you opportunity to appreciate landscapes, culture, and people. And we do this by having immersive itineraries, allowing you to spend more time in port so you get to experience the cultures. And how do we do that? Well, we have late night stays. Anything after 8 p.m. is considered a late night stay. And we have 850 late night stays in 2025. We were also one of the first cruise lines to pioneer overnight stays. And this year we have 380 overnight stays. Which is great about that is you get to see that diversification between daytime and nighttime. And if some of the areas that we go to, like Saint-Tropez, Mykonos, Greece, even some of the Caribbean islands that we go to, there is a real difference in the culture between daytime and nighttime, and we let you explore that. And one of the reasons we're able to spend so much time in port is because we have country intensive voyages. So the ports are fairly close together. I truly feel that nobody does Europe quite like we do, but we do venture further afield. So we go into South Africa, Asia, South America, and we do have a couple of stops between November and January in the Caribbean as well. So why Azamara? Well, in a nutshell, all of these things: immersive itineraries, an opportunity to dive into culture, late nights, overnight stays, and extended destination days, which means we are spending more than 10 hours in port, country intensive voyages, and then we've got specialty voyages as well. So whether or not you enjoy Formula One and want to go to Monte Carlo, or perhaps Scotland for the tattoo, or I'm thinking Carnival in Rio. Those are all samples of some specialty voyages that we have. And then one of our ships each year will be doing a world voyage in 2026. It will be departing from Florida, circumnavigating the globe to Barcelona. And in 2027, the world voyage is a little bit different, leaving from the California coast, going all the way through Asia, coming back to LA, up through the Panama Canal and across to Europe. So think of us for world voyages as well. So we're small. We have only 4 ships: the Journey, the Pursuit, the Quest, and the Onward. They carry a maximum of 700 guests with a crew of 408. You notice the Onward is a little bit different. We've got more suites available on the Onward, as well as Atlas Bar, which is a specialty bar on deck 10 near the specialty restaurants. If you're familiar with our ships, it is also on the other ships where you would find um, the not it's not called the library, the drawing room. I just went blank. Um, but it is a fantastic place to go for cocktails before or after dinner. It's a bit more of a quieter lounge with specialty curated drinks. All of our ships went in for a full refurbishment in 21 and 22, and they have all been dry docked in 2024. So they have been beautifully refurbished, and you're going to see that as we walk through. So when we look about the public spaces, we do have entertainment on board, and that is normally held in the cabaret lounge. Sometimes it might be on the pool deck or in the living room, but generally speaking, it's the cabaret lounge with 2 shows a night, typically 6:30 and 8 o'clock. So you can see the show before dinner or after dinner. It is held managed by our cruise director with a great quartet on board. We've got the band playing, we've got singers and dancers. We'll do a throwback to the 90s or perhaps a salute to Andrew Lloyd Webber. But they're terrific entertainment for the size of ship that we have. And the guest lecture series will often also happen in the cabaret lounge. So look at your insider report, which is a little magazine that you get every night, and that will tell you what is happening in the cabaret lounge the following day. The living room is a beautiful lounge and terrific to just watch the world go by during the day. If you want to do a puzzle or play cards, that is a great area to congregate. At night, it turns into our live entertainment until 10 o'clock. The dance floor is bopping, the band is playing, and then generally speaking, after 10 o'clock, the DJ will come on. It depends on the itinerary. Sometimes the dance floor is full until 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it's not full even at 10:30 at night. There will be people there, but it really, because we are such a port intensive itinerary, sometimes people are still ashore, and other times we have a younger crowd who comes back to enjoy the festivities on board. So that is going to depend. My favorite lounge is the Den. It's located center ship, and it is a great place to go and have a drink before dinner. But after dinner, we've got a piano player playing, and it's a quieter lounge if you're looking for conversation. The Den is also, as I say, midship, and it's a great place if you're looking for information on shore excursions or future cruises. You would be able to speak to somebody from the shore excursion desk or the Cruise Again desk located in the Den. When we talk about private spaces, I love to start with the Club Continent suite. It is a larger stateroom, it's a larger suite accommodation, beautifully appointed with a balcony. We do have English butler service. It's sort of decorated with the seaside sanctuary a feel to it. So it's got the river sand colors. We do allow have English butler service, an in-room bar set up, and there are more amenities when you go into the suite accommodations, including specialty dining. You can have your clothes sent out to be laundered. We do that in-room bar setup, but there are more accommodations to choose from. So if you're looking for larger areas, we've got the suites with the World Owners, World Ocean, and Spa suites, which have a separate living room area to the bedroom, but then also will have added amenities such as included Wi-Fi. We will also be we've changed it up recently. So if you've made a booking after August 1st, there will be Wi-Fi included, the ultimate beverage package. So more amenities included in the suite accommodations than we had before. 50% of our inventory are verandas, and I love when I get a veranda, if I have ever get so lucky as to get one, and ordering room service for breakfast. I love it. We can have the linen tablecloth outside. The cabin steward will come and set your breakfast out or dinner out on the balcony. And it's just a great way to come into a port or leave a port in the privacy of your own room. We do have ocean view rooms with beautiful picture windows, and then 10% of our inventory are inside staterooms. So, as we say, it's based on your personal comfort and what works for you. Everybody, when we talk about cruising, wants to know, well, what is the dining like? And we do have several dining options available. So whether or not you want to go to the main dining room, which is Discoveries, which holds approximately 350 guests, we have it's open for breakfast and dinner, and it is open seating. So there's a little bar before you get to Discoveries called Discoveries Bar. And generally speaking, at the beginning of the voyage, people are asking for tables for two, maybe tables for four. But as the voyage draws on, you will hear people asking for tables for 6 or 8. But you can have tables for 2 up to tables size of 10. And it's the most extensive menu that we have. Mosaics is our coffee bar located on deck 5 on that main thoroughfare with all of the activities on deck 5. You can get coffees to go here, specialty coffees like cappuccinos, Americanos. What I love to do is just pass on dessert sometimes at night and walk past Mosaics on my way to the theater and grab an espresso and a little chocolate truffle, and that will satisfy my sweet tooth. Windows is open for breakfast and lunch, and it is buffet style. The buffet is pretty extensive, and you can either dine indoors or outdoors. And then a really fun fact about Windows is in the evening, it will turn into a themed dining room. So you might be in Spain and there's a taste of Thailand happening in Windows. We do have quite a few of our employees from India. So I would encourage, if there is ever an Indian cuisine night, that you join us in the Windows Cafe for those themed dinner nights. Patio is located next to the pool. Terrific on those sea days when you just don't feel like putting a cover up and going down to the into Windows Cafe, but you can get barbecue flair here. So hamburgers, hot dogs, we've got a great tuna wrap, and there is a great salad bar as well as ice cream bar located in the patio. We do have 2 specialty dining rooms. Prime C is a steakhouse, fantastic Chateaubriand, very a nice selection of prime cuts of meat available. And then Aquilina would be more of a Mediterranean pasta seafood flair. Both of these restaurants are quite small and intimate, and they only carry about 70 guests. You do need to make reservations. So even when you're in suite accommodation and have complimentary dining in the specialty dining room, you still need to make reservations. My advice is always do your muster station drill and then go straight to Windows Cafe and make those reservations for your specialty dining, especially if you're celebrating a birthday or a milestone anniversary. It's a really nice way to celebrate. And I like to always comment on our crew. They are the heart and soul of every one of our voyages. We have 52 nationalities being represented on board our ship. And I have so many stories about crew members who have gone above and beyond, from meeting you in Windows Cafe for breakfast and asking you, where are you going? And I've never been to that port before. And they normally will have suggestions on what to do. A year ago, I was limping. I had a sore leg, and my cabin steward asked if ice would work. And I thought, I'm willing to try anything at this point in time. And as I was walking to dinner that night, he noticed that I wasn't limping. And he said, oh, ice helps. I'll bring you ice every day. Does 5 o'clock work? And he'd bring a Ziploc bag and the ice bucket full of ice. And it was just such a nice thing to know that I was getting relief from walking all day, and to be able to have that was a real thing. But I never even would have asked, is that something that you could provide? So they really do think outside the box and meet our guests' expectations. And as I say, we have 52 nationalities on board, and you can normally meet them when we do the Parade of Flags during our White Night party. If you're booking with us, please pack something white. You'll notice the center picture. We've taken all the deck chairs off the pool deck. We have a huge buffet available where we'd normally have the patio, and it will have surf. We will have surf and turf. We'll normally have a barbecue going. Sometimes in Spain, we'll have a big paella going, massive dessert table. The band is playing, people are up dancing, the entertainment crew are around chatting with people, and it is a really, really fun night. The other nice thing is that you will meet a lot of the officers who will be serving the food that night. So they get really involved, they like to talk to the guests, and I think that is a key feature for why people enjoy our white nights. So, Azamara, we are global leaders in small ship destination immersion. And we do this with three key areas. One is we are able to dock where other ships simply cannot get to. So, at 30,000 gross tugs, we can hug coastlines, navigate rivers. And I love to tell the story about when I was on the Onward in Marseille, which is the picture on the left. Somebody asked the captain, I want to get to this soap store in the downtown core. What is the fastest way for me to get there? And his reply was, we're departing from deck 5 today. So the other reason destination immersion is a key feature with us is because we do have those late nights, those extended destination days. And so you don't feel rushed. So it's a really relaxed feeling. You can go back to the ship if you like, or you can stay out all day, maybe stay out all night. I love to tell the story about being in Mykonos, and it was probably a little hotter than it was here in Ottawa today. But it was 42 degrees. I was really, really hot by 2 o'clock in the afternoon and thought if our ship was leaving at 4 o'clock, I probably would have just grinned and bared it, drank some more water, and stayed ashore. But I knew we weren't leaving until 10 p.m. So I went back, had a shower, quickly changed my clothes, soaked up some air conditioning, and then I ventured back out as I knew the sun was about to set. The breeze was coming off the ocean, and gathered a couple of friends, and we did a little bar hopping, and then we ended up in a restaurant, and we all ordered local food from a little plaza restaurant with no roof, of course, because we were in Greece, and we all ordered something quintessentially Greek, between salad, halloumi, tarama, and we were all just sharing, and it was a really fun experience. And in 2023, we came back with our authentic cultural experiences known as our As Amazing Evenings. And that is when we take everybody from the ship to a venue for a show. I've got a slide a little bit later more about that, but it is about experiencing the culture while you are in port. And I say we get close to a destination. So this is just one example. When we dock in Bordeaux, of course, you've got the beautiful, majestic village of or town of Bordeaux, but you've also got the wine regions. And when we go into Bordeaux, this side will illustrate it. We go right down the Gendron River into the heart of Bordeaux, whereas other ships larger than us will have to dock in La Rochelle. And La Rochelle to Bordeaux is about an hour and 40 minutes. And so we could be getting off our Azamara ship. We've had a cafe au lait. We have already had our croissant, and we're walking around the streets experiencing the shopping while the larger ships coaches are now arriving in Bordeaux. And then those guests are getting back on those coaches to go back to Bordeaux while we are figuring out what wine regions we're going to go to the next day. Because quite often when we're in Bordeaux, we do an overnight there. So let's have a look at why slowing down is important to Azamara.
Push beyond the obvious, and perspective is open to change. When you see parts unknown in ports less known, unwind, stay the night, and just slow down. Wander, but never wonder what a place is really like. The difference is night and day. Azamara, change the way you see.
So it is really about the late nights and the overnights. And we've done the research, and we're quite proud of the fact that we stay longer in port than any other cruise line. And here's an example. So if you look at the combination of late nights and overnight stays, over 50% of our time is with those late nights and overnight stays. And as I say, we do have these fantastic As Amazing Evenings, which is all about celebrating the area that we are in. It's a full cultural immersion. There's dancing, there's dining. It might be a night at the opera. I was fortunate enough last week to be able to do one in Quebec City while I was there. And we had Steve Baccarat, who is a Canadian pianist from Quebec. And we went to the armories near the Citadel in Quebec City, and it was just a majestic or magical night, not majestic, but just a magical night of experiencing that. And we had 14 luxury coaches taking people from the ship to that venue. And as I say, it was a highlight for most of the people on that voyage. But we're diving deeper now. We're talking about destination immersion elevated. So we're diving below the surface to deliver authentic, transformative onboard and onshore experiences. So let's have another look at the next wave, our industry leading programming celebrating local arts, culture, and culinary traditions. So Destination Immersion Elevated is featured with 4 key pillars: destination expansion, elevated excursions, cultural onboard engagements, and authentic local cuisine. So when we talk about destination expansion, we are tripling our once in a lifetime experiences from 6 in 2024 to 22. We'll also be doing 33 additional country intensive voyages, and we have more time on shore, as I say, than any other cruise line. In addition to that, we are elevating our excursions. Between 2025 and 2026, we'll be hitting 6 continents, 92 countries, and 318 ports. We will have a new curated collection from the team that brought us As Amazing Evenings, which will be exclusive once in a lifetime Azamara only experiences. Small groups experiencing led by local guides. And our commitment to own the night with the brand new night and evening tours. And these excursions will be available to be booked up to 18 months in advance. And then we have our onboard cultural engagement, which I love. So, of course, we've got the As Amazing Evenings. We have added 34 new As Amazing Evenings, giving us the most As Amazing Evenings in Azamara's history. We will have destination speakers local to the area, as well as onboard performances by local entertainers. So it might be an Indigenous group doing vocalists from Australia, or a comedic troupe from Cape Town. In 2025, we're officially launching Stories Under the Stars, which is a fireside style chat out on the pool deck with one of our 250 destination speakers sailing with us this year. The storytelling sessions will focus local folklore and myths of the region with a s'mores themed dessert, spiked hot chocolate, and it will be a magical Under the Stars event. And then lastly, local cuisine. We do feel that food and drink really do bring a destination alive. And we have curated 150 new daily destination entrees to be part of our new program. In addition, we have curated chefs from Croatia, France, Spain, Italy, and Portugal to help our chefs make the dishes as though they were made by those chefs or those chefs' grandmothers in the area that we are traveling to. And we will have local beverages on board. So we will be trying to get the wines from the region. So if we're in South Africa, South African wines. If we are in South America, South American wines. And in Europe, local wines there as well. We will be adding 21 new local beers, including Cruz Campo from Spain, Asahi from Japan, and Guinness from Ireland. And what is included with Azamara? Well, of course, we have more inclusions than the average mass market cruise lines, with a variety of dining venues, as well as 24-hour room service. We say drinks are included, and we mean drinks throughout the ship, throughout the day, from bottled water, soft drinks, juice, teas, and coffees, to beer, wine, and spirits. We have our signature As Amazing evenings, the stories under the stars, the white night parties. Those are always included. And if you're one of those people who really wants to minimalize how much clothes you take when you go on vacation, don't worry. On deck 7, we have a self-serve laundry facility. And of course, all your tips and gratuities are included. So as I say, we travel all over the world. I've got a couple of examples of itineraries. The ones I'm featuring on are right now are based on our current flash sale, and that goes until the 22nd of August for sailings from October 8th right through to December. So when you see this little icon with 15% off and $500 onboard credit, those are the voyages that feature this promotion. If you're looking to get to Greece in the fall, this would be a terrific itinerary. It departs on October the 8th. It's 10 nights, 11 ports, going from Istanbul, Turkey to Athens, Greece. If you're looking to touch a few more points in October, we have a 12-night Isles of the Med voyage. And this will be departing from Athens, going into Barcelona, stopping off in Italy, and I believe France, Corsica. Spain, we've got quite a few itineraries for Spain, but I just wanted to highlight one of them. Barcelona going to Lisbon, and this one will be going up the Guadalquivir River and doing an overnight in Sevilla. So this is terrific for those of you who really want to dive into the culture of Spain, and that's departing on November the 11th. Looking to go a little bit further afield, in November, we have a South Asia cruise, and this will be going from the Mauritius through India into Singapore, and it is a 16-night voyage with 7 ports of call. And of course, our partners, Vacations for Canadians, are holding group space. This is terrific on so many levels. One, there will be additional amenities on board that the other guests won't have, and that you will only get this when you book with a group with Vacations for Canadians. But because they think ahead, and as soon as the itineraries were released, they block group space, they have superb rates. So really terrific rates on these voyages. Eastern Caribbean in October, departing from Miami, going to Barbados. It's 15 nights with 14 ports of call. If you've ever thought about going to Japan, I would encourage you to talk to your friends at Vacations for Canadians and talk about this trip that is departing in March of 2026. We will start with an overnight in Kobe, circumnavigate, stopping off in South Korea, ending up in Tokyo with another overnight stay. So when we do Japan Intensive, we really do like to show as much of Japan as we possibly can in a short window of opportunity. And then we have Europe. So this is going Iberia, Northern Europe, and the Baltic. So it is a 34-night voyage, 28 ports of call with 5 overnight stays. Norway Intensive. Norway is such a popular destination to go to. 18 nights, 17 different ports of call with 1 overnight stay. And then Scotland, Edinburgh, Glasgow, July 28th, 2026. And we will be going into Alaska. This is a great turnaround because it is one of the few voyages that we will be going Vancouver, return. The other Alaska itineraries we have will be going from Whittier, southbound to Vancouver, or northbound from Vancouver to Whittier. But this one, take advantage of the rates that Vacations for Canadians has locked in. They've also holding space in December for a Mediterranean holiday cruise, which is Greece, Egypt, and Spain. And then we've got another Caribbean voyage, December 28th. So if you're looking to get away for New Year's Eve, 8 nights, 7 ports. And this will be departing from Bridgetown, going into San Juan. And if you're looking further ahead and doing something a little bit different, of course, we do have Japan. We've got Africa. Africa itinerary in 2026 is slightly different than what we've done in the past. It'll be leaving from Seychelles, doing an overnight in Kenya, and then another overnight in Cape Town. There are other, this is the Whittier to Vancouver I had mentioned. And then we do have, this is with the group. Perry Golf, if you're a golfer and you're looking at doing a specialty golf cruise, just as an example, you could do a 9-night Ireland with 5 rounds of golf. Perry Golf curates the tea times. They organize tournaments while they're there. They send a peri-golf manager to make sure everything runs smoothly. We provide a luxury coach from the ship to the golf course. Your golf clubs are waiting for you at the first hole or first tee, and you pick them up at the 18th hole, and we bring them straight back to the ship. You don't have to keep them in your suite. You can leave them in the hull of the ship, and they are ready for you at the next day. We'll also provide a boxed lunch, and then there is an open bar at the golf course, and we'll also do welcome cocktail parties and farewell cocktail parties. So it gives you an opportunity to meet the other golfers with you. As I say, we do have a promotion on, and that will be going, sorry, this is our regular promotion. This is the promotion that is limited time frame. So the booking window is only until the 22nd of August, and it's on select voyages from October to December. We also have early booking bonuses. So this is if you're looking to book farther in advance. So it's on select voyages from March of 2027. I need to update this slide. From March of 27 to November 6th of 2027. And it will be 20% savings. And then if you are booking in a veranda or higher, you will receive complimentary Wi-Fi, an onboard credit of $300, and the upgraded premium beverage package. Of course, we work really well with our partners at Vacations for Canadians. They do have an opportunity on select voyages to offer you additional onboard credit. And they also have a hosted program. So if that's something that you are thinking about, certainly reach out to them. And as Teena was saying at the beginning, we are partners of the month with Vacations for Canadians, and we will be offering additional onboard spending credit on select voyages. Now, this is not necessarily in combination with the groups, but I would still encourage you to go with the groups as a better option because I know the pricing was locked in and it is a great rate. So suite accommodation will receive a $500 onboard credit, verandas a $400, and ocean views at a $300 onboard credit. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And I'm trying to figure out how do I do that? Somebody's going to have to walk me through that.
Oh, you're good. We just took it off stage. Wow, okay. Margarita, that was amazing. And honestly, anyone who's watching this webinar, Azamara is a great way to see the world. I've personally been on Azamara. It's a fantastic cruise line. Looking forward to going on many more Azamara cruises in my lifetime. You know, they get into smaller ports. It's just a very family friendly cruise line as far as like you feel like you're going home when you get on the ship. You know, there's the living room, there's the den. It's just a very home-like feeling. One of the things that I wanted to mention, I'm not sure if they were brought up or not, but like your sailings are already out all the way to 2027. So yep. There's no reason people shouldn't be looking at, you know, I know some of us are only thinking about 2026 right now, but if you're already full for 2026, then start looking in 2027 because I know I'm hosting a sailing in 2027 and my group space is almost sold out. I think there's one cabin left and we tried to get more and they said no, the ship was not allowing any more group space because it was so high capacity already. And that's 2027. So I don't think you can book too early for sure. Also too, Azamara does the itinerary so that nothing is the same. So you can do back to back. You can do back to back to back. You can do back to back to back to back if you really want to. And they offer a really great program where you get extra onboard credit for doing all of those extra sailings. So definitely take advantage of that. Like she said, you know, we have our group space, which tends to be the better deal. If you call us, we'll let you know whether the group space is the better deal or whether we book it outside of group space. And we have that up to $500 onboard credit right now. So sorry, I've been talking too long. I know there's some questions. Linda, do you want to take over?
Sure. So we are going to start with a question from Carolyn. She said, just curious about the As Amazing Evenings for Caribbean cruises. Do you bring the guests off the ship for this typically or bring local talent on? So that one's for Margarita.
So that would be Generally speaking, we try to do the As Amazing Evenings off the ship on voyages 10 days or longer. Some of our Caribbean voyages are sold as 14 nights, but what they really are, if you look at the website, 2 7 nights back to back. So there's a premium price on it. So it's a better price, but you unfortunately give up that As Amazing Evening because we're really focusing on those for 10 nights or longer. So hope that answers that question.
Great, thank you. That does. Have any of you done Caribbean on Azamara? No, you all went to Europe, didn't you?
I'm doing it in November, so I can tell you then.
We want to see the world.
Awesome. Okay, well, we do have another question here. So Nancy said, did you mention that the Continent Suite will also receive the Ultimate Package next year?
That is a good question, and I've just gone blank. I'm pretty sure it is. Give me 1 second, and I'm going to...
Yeah, so I had a client that was booked, and I was able to switch them over. They were previously booked, and I was able to switch them over to get the upgraded package, which is Ultimate is the one above Premium.
Yeah, so I just need to find because to be honest, this all happened August 1st, and I've been away doing ship tours. So I'm not as versed in that as I should be. My apologies. Suite. Here it is.
Okay, well, Margarita's looking that up. Oh, go ahead.
So it's Ocean Suite, Spa Suite, World Owner Suites are the ones that are the big change that is happening. So Ultimate Beverage Package, unlimited Wi-Fi, unlimited laundry, and the Akamar Dining Experience, which used to be known as the best of the best. So I think Continent Suites will receive complimentary Wi-Fi, 2 complimentary wash and fold bags, and so it does not look as though the Ultimate Beverage Package is included in the Continent Suites.
Okay, thank you very much. So we've got a couple of people here who don't have questions, but they're going to make us a little jealous. So Jacqueline said she loved the opportunity to choose a smaller ship. Looking forward to our first Azamara experience on October 2nd. So that sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, that's coming up.
It is coming up. And then Carolyn says the one I booked is 11 days in January 2027.
Somebody thinking ahead. Yay, you.
Yeah, so that's the Caribbean cruise. So for an 11-night Caribbean, then the talent would come on board. Is that how it would work, Azamara?
I honestly would say,
Margarita, on Azamara.
I would need to look it up because we say that's what we aim to do. So there is a good chance that if it's an 11-night, it will be. But some of the places that we go to just cannot accommodate. So I would leave that to you can look it up online where you look under shore excursions, and it will tell you your shore excursion whether or not it's going to be off the ship as an As Amazing Evening, or it will be called As Amazing Evening on board.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think we that covers it for questions. I was going to share our screen.
Do we want to let Rick talk about his hosted?
Sure.
Yeah, mine's April 29th of next year, and we'll be doing the south of France on the Azamara Quest. We've blocked out 25 cabins, which I thought was going to be great. Big amount, but we've already sold 20 of them. There's only 5 left. And this one goes from Barcelona, Port Vendre, Sète, France, Marseille, Saint-Tropez, Corsica, Cannes, and then back to Nice. It's an amazing group price we got because I got it really early. And we're going to get a balcony for about $5,000, where right now, if you buy it from Azamara, it's over $8,000. So,
Rick, did you tell me that you're going to be hosting French lessons on that cruise?
yeah, at the bar.
Have a little bit of courage, and your French gets fantastic after.
Well, we have a great group forming up, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Nice. And then I'm hosting January 2027, and it is although we're I think down to one cabin left in our group. There's I think still space in regular prevailing rates, and it's a 7-night or an 8-night or a 15-night. And we are going out of Lisbon and going down to the Canary Islands and then down to Morocco. So it is a great alternative for anyone who doesn't want to go, you know where, down south right now, because that is happening. We're hearing it every day. There's people that want other options. So you want other options, there's your option. You can go for the 7, the 8, or the whole 15. I will be on it for the whole 15. So yeah, I'm very excited. I've never been to Portugal, or I've never been to any of those locations actually. So that should be good as well.
Nice.
That sounds amazing.
Karen, do you have anything you want to say, or no, not yet?
Well, I've got one in the works as well. So it's looking like it's going to be a Greece intensive. The last time I sailed Azamara, it was Croatia intensive, and I loved it because it really got into those nooks and crannies that otherwise you wouldn't see. So I've got my eyes on a Greece one that's kind of got a similar vibe to it that will be for 2027 as well. So that you can wait for that announcement to come out soon once we finalize the dates.
Awesome. Okay. Matt, do you have anything you want to say? And now that I don't want to exclude you.
No, I'm just glad that my the Azamara calendar goes all the way out into 2027, because I'm so jammed full for 2025 and 2026 that I have to look that far out just to find the next window of time that I can get on a cruise. So it's looking like it's going to be Azamara in 2027. So I'm glad that we already have those available to explore.
All right. Okay. Well, Linda, do you want to take over again?
Is it my turn? So I just wanted to, for anybody who wasn't on our last cruise chat or hasn't been to our website lately, we do have a new section for luxury cruising, which it would include Azamara. So if you're looking to speak to one of our representatives about an Azamara cruise, you can just click on luxury cruising on our website. It'll bring you over here. Click on start your journey, and you can either call us at the top, our number. You can email us at luxury@vacationsforcanadians.com. If you click on their nice pictures there, you'll get a little bio about each of our advisors if you haven't worked with one before. And then you can either, as I said, call or email, or you can fill in a little form and they will be happy to help you out. And then on our site, if you are interested in any of those hosted cruises, you can just click on deals, go down to hosted cruises, and you will see Rick's hosted Azamara cruise is right here. And it has all the details on the itinerary, things about Azamara, what's included, and the same is true for Teena's hosted, and when Karen firms everything up, hers will be added here as well. So you can go online and find all that information if you are looking just for a bit more information. And then you can reach out to one of our trusted advisors and they'll be able to help you out.
Do you want to show them exclusive rates as well, Linda?
I would love to. So if you go to deals and you click on exclusive rates, you can just click on Azamara. And these are some of our exclusive rates with the savings that you'll see versus booking direct. So you can take a peruse through there and see where all those big savings are. And then if you scroll down, you'll see a list of our group space there that Margarita was referring to. So this is all our group space. If anything piques your interest, certainly reach out to our agents and we will be happy to help you out.
It's a great site.
Yeah. I know that Linda's done a great job with the website, that's for sure. She's always working on it. There was one there that I saw that I'd love for you to. Oh, never mind, it's gone. Here we go. Okay.
I'm back.
The Alaska one. Look at that. That Alaska 7938. If you book it online, it's what's 8,000 and 5,000? Over 13,000. I mean, that's the kind of savings. We're not talking about a couple $100. We're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars savings. So, and there's other ones like that as well. All right. Okay. I think we are done. Thank you everybody for joining us, and hope you all stay cool, and we will see you online. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.